You're still watching News Desk on Joy News. Now, mathematics as a subject evokes fear in some students. The mass failure of students at the BECE and WASSCE levels give cause to worry. But President of the Ghana Mathematics Society, Professor Sitopa Anku, says students are failing because they are not using the right approach and method. In an interview with Joy News' Maxwell Akpakpa ahead of the National Maths Day on 14th February, spearheaded by the Ghana Mathematics Society, Professor Anku asserted there has been too much focus on examinations, much to the neglect of the practical aspect of the subject. Professor Anku also believes miscalculation caused the failure of the single spine pay policy.
14th of February every year is National Mathematics Day. So today we're here with Professor Sitopa Anku. He's the president of the Ghana Mathematics Society and also the director of Megaza Mathematics Academy. We're here with him to have interactions with him generally about the subject of mathematics. We know the phobia and we know the fear that it evokes in a lot of people. We're going to have an extensive conversation on this subject matter and also find out from him more about the celebration of mathematics on the 14th of February. Prof, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Before we start the main conversation about mathematics, we see a lot of activity going on in the background here.
Yes.
Maybe you want to tell us exactly what is happening.
What is happening is at our academy, what we do is we engage students in activity-based mathematics learning. What we mean is, they learn mathematics through activities. They develop concepts themselves through activities. So we engage them one-on-one to make sure they understand mathematics and see the relevance of mathematics to real life. Because, like you know, and we have been saying all the time, there are too many people failing mathematics because they don't understand the principles and methods of mathematics. And they think it's difficult. It's not difficult, it's very, very easy. So if you approach it through the practical means, you find hands-on activities. You see that the students whom you see first as having phobia for mathematics start developing love for mathematics. That's why we came up with this, showing love to mathematics on the 14th of February, nationwide, to get students sensitized to the need for them to develop love for mathematics and find it something that they can do very easily.
Okay. So this kids actually were brought here by their parents to come and learn just mathematics.
Yes.
Wow. And how are they faring?
They're doing very well. Every student you see here is an A student. They top their classes. Some come because they are not doing well in school. The parents bring them because they've heard about us. They bring them, we prepare them. Before long, they start topping their class. You see, when they come for SHS or JHS, whatever, it's supposed to be 3 years program in the school system. While they come to it, we use the maximum of 1 year. Normally, it used to be 3 months, but these days, we have given them some leeway. So we use a maximum of 1 year to complete the whole 3-year program. And they go to excel in classes. Wow. All of them. You can talk to them when you finish from here. You can talk to some of them. They will tell you their own stories.
Okay.
Yes.
In 2015, for instance, the pass rate was just 25.04%. What really is contributing to this abysmal performance in mathematics?
Abysmal performance, in fact, it is. And there are so many factors. But you see, in the long run, the question is, who is taking the exam, who is failing the exam? It's the student. So the focus must be on the student, even though there are some other variables, like the teacher, the curriculum, the textbooks they use. All of those things are very important. But the final focus must be on the student, because the teacher teaches, the student learns. It's the learning aspect that is having a lot of problems. Because the students these days don't want to study. They spend a lot of time on social media at the expense of studying to understand. And they are not disciplined. You see, when you came here, you saw them very quiet. Even though there are many students having different levels, they are sitting together, but they are studying focus on what they are supposed to do. Do you have that in the school system? No, does not do anything at all, But the thing is, if you are disciplined and you focus, you can make it. You see, so I will say the major issue is the students are not focusing to study.
Okay.
They're not focusing to study, even though teachers are supposed to teach. I keep saying that teaching must be 30%, learning must be 70%. You see, teacher teaches only 30%. Student learns 70% of the material. So if the student not learning, you can make it. Teacher is not going to write the exam for you. Your father is not going to write the exam for you. Not your brothers or sisters, nobody. It's you, the student. So our focus, you can see, is on the student. The students must know how to do it.
Now, I think sometime in 2014, you espoused the view that students are failing mathematics because their teachers themselves also failed mathematics.
Yes.
What informed that position?
That happened because, we train teachers here. We train teachers. We've trained over 800 teachers from the 10 regions of Ghana here. And when they come, I interview them, I give them tests, and I see the way they respond. Ask myself, are these the teachers of mathematics? If they are the teachers of mathematics, then what are they teaching the students? You see, a lot of them don't understand the mathematics. They don't know how to teach the mathematics for understanding. Let alone relate to real life situations for the students to appreciate, the importance of what they are studying. So, and I've asked them a lot of questions. And I see from the questions that they don't understand. They're just there, as somebody in the classroom, occupying the space of a teacher, and let alone a mathematics teacher. That's all. You see, as teachers, what's pi? It will surprise you. 30 teachers pi. 10 teachers couldn't answer a word as to what pi is. Some were even thinking of meat pie. Meat pie. And you are a mathematics teacher. And I said, no. You see, it's not appropriate. So something must be done. That's why with the former minister, we tried to retrain through professional development. And it was working very well, but even though there was enough money to train all the people we wanted to train, and the level of training, the extensiveness of what we want to do, either we couldn't do all, but you could see that we're achieving modest results.
Okay.
Modest, So, yes, the teachers sometimes, when I'm saying that, I want to make it very clear that there are some very good teachers. I'm not saying all the teachers, but some of them are bad.
Okay.
Some of them are bad.
Out of the 19,000 students who applied nationwide to our polytechnics, only 3,000 of them qualified to enter because of the issue of D7 and E8. So they had to compromise on that particular directive so that a lot more people will get a chance to enter. What do you make of that directive where people who make D7, E8 do not qualify to enter university, especially when some of the courses that they are going to read are not directly related to mathematics?
I think the compromise itself is bad enough. You see, very bad, because, we make it look like you can do anything in mathematics and move you forward. You see, but mathematics is a core, very, very important, because mathematics is everywhere. And the principles and methods of mathematics ensure the efficiency of everything that we do. It's not the case that I'm not going to do core mathematics subject. If you go to medicine, you go to marketing, you go to codem, law, there's serious mathematics there. So it's a mistake if you think I'm going somewhere without mathematics. So it doesn't matter, let me just scrap the surface and be allowed to go. No. You see, the other issue we have to look at is what should be the entry requirements? Should it be on a strict examination basis as we have, or we must, diversify our entry requirements, to come and go to the tertiary institutions? You see, we are too much focused on examinations. Some people can do well without this, the way we organize examinations here, you know, by going through projects, other means to see what the people can do, and that can qualify them to the university or to tertiary institutions. But you see, our focus is too much on the formal examination as the only source by which we determine your qualification for, you know, upward, you know, advancement in education, which is bad in itself. You see, there's so much you have to do in terms of restructuring education in the country. You see, there's so much to be done. But do you have the courage to do it? Do you have people who are ready to do that? You know, you see, can people be admitted to the university just out of their mock examinations, their classroom performance in their school system, everything that they do in the school? Even can sports play part? Can something from sports, your social responsibility, play some part in your admission into higher education? You know, we've got to look at the whole thing.
Professor Anku then will bring you the full interview on our midday news. But